Hey everyone, in this video we're going to talk about some inappropriate show themes, uniforms, silks, and more. So what do I mean by inappropriate? Well, the first way I want to talk about that is cultural appropriation. It's Halloween, costumes, stores are popping up everywhere, and you're probably trying to figure out what you're going to dress up as. As I got older and learned more about social activism, I realized a lot of costumes that we have are actually culturally appropriative. So what does that mean?
Cultural appropriation is the act of adopting elements of an outside, often minority culture, including knowledge, practices, and symbols, without understanding the culture.
An Indian, a ninja, a geisha, Cleopatra, all of these portray minority cultures. And what does it say about those cultures? Well, it basically minimizes them to one single costume, and it minimizes them to a stereotype of their culture as well. I used to just think it was just Halloween costumes and it was just for fun, and you might be thinking the same thing, but a lot of injustices are occurring to these minority groups, and it is our responsibility to inform ourselves on these things happening in our world. So until these minority groups are not targeted because of their cultures and their beliefs, then we should not be dressing up as them. Yes, this is a problem outside of Halloween, and it's a problem that even occurs in GARD. When I make mood boards, I look through a lot of different websites and look at a lot of different silks and costumes, and I found some that are culturally insensitive. Does anyone know what's wrong with this mood board? I didn't think there was anything wrong with it either until someone came to me and said that the flag is actually a part of their culture. This person was patient and explained to me a little bit more so I could understand, and then I did some searching on my own. So I discovered that, as a matter of fact, Maori are people indigenous to New Zealand. These tattoos are sacred. It's not just for aesthetics like a lot of tattoos that we get in America. There was no indication of this whatsoever on Algi's website. Something else that I see a lot of symbols for are Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead. I have seen these silks on a couple different websites and they're very beautiful, but they are not appropriate for your show. This kind of comes full circle back to Halloween again. Another way uniforms can be inappropriate is if they are sexualized. And of course, Halloween costumes are almost always the sexy something. Now, you don't need to go look at your uniform and assess it for this. Sometimes things happen, it's a little shorter than they expected it to be, you're gonna have to do a cartwheel, you don't feel comfortable wearing it. Then there's also some costumes that will be perceived as sexual. So the biggest thing I can think of there is fishnets. If your costume has fishnets on it, doesn't mean it's a sexual costume. But it could be perceived that way because of the way our society and the media has twisted fishnets to be synonymous with something alluring. It was the band director's or the coach's responsibility to choose your uniform, therefore it was their failure if it's inappropriate. What should you do if you're concerned about your costume? Definitely present your concerns to your coach or band director. How can you become more informed about things that may potentially be culturally appropriative? Read up online and do your own research. I know this has been a more serious video, so thank you for taking the time to watch and listen. And remember, social activism rests in the hands of the people, so it's each of our responsibility to become informed.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, or share with a friend.